One, boom, we are live. Patricia Colloca, what is happening?
I'm enjoying the outdoors. Every time I can, I come out here and continue working outside.
Boom, boom, boom. Well, people, welcome. If you did not know already, me and Patty have come together to decide to, do a monthly book review of things that have really helped improve us in our business to kind of share with you all because we're proponents of continuing to help educate people with the things that we, put into our business, put in ourselves, because that's what we feel life is all about, continuing to educate those and just being the best we can be. So this is our first book review. So
Yay!
happy, so excited, especially with this book, Profit First. We both use a lot of what this book has provided. So we're excited to kind of share with you how it's impacted our business and some tips, tricks, and golden nuggets that we've come across. So, Patty, go ahead and take it. And one more thing, guys, one more thing. As we get into it, we're going to have some giveaways. So definitely pay attention. Pay attention because we're giving
That's
away some
right.
free stuff. So,
That it's
Patty,
yeah, it's
take it
good
away.
stuff. It's good stuff. So, all right, awesome. So basically, yeah, we've been reading Profit First, okay?
Mhm.
As entrepreneurs, like you said, we need to keep learning and we need to continue experimenting
Yeah.
because there's always room for growth. So basically, Profit First was written by Michael Lowicks. I hope I said that
Yep.
right. It's basically what he does in this book, okay? He outlines a process for saving profits and reducing debt.
Mhm.
Okay, it's a way to organize and budget. It's like manage your business, your finances, where you basically have a specific formula, right? That puts money away for taxes, money for compensation, money that is being generated as profit, and more. Using this profit first method has helped hundreds of people and to really pay attention to the health of their business
Yeah.
and not just, sales, for
Yeah.
instance, or the gross numbers.
Mhm.
So in essence, that would be like in general, the general idea of what the book is all about.
Yep, yep. And once again, it's such a simple formula. It kind of made me mad, Patty, when I was like,
I
that's all
know.
I have to all I have
Like
to do.
really? Wow.
Yep, yep. So let's go into it. I wanted to kind of get your ideas. We're going to go through some pointers and things that stuck out to you. You want to start
Sure.
off and kind of share one of the points?
Absolutely. So I wrote a lot of things because when I read books, I take little notes
Yep.
and just kind of go back and dissect and learn some more. So I guess the first thing that, and it has to do with my industry. Okay,
Right.
so as many of you know, maybe you don't know me that well yet, but I specialize in Medicare health insurance, and
Right.
it's obviously a very sales oriented industry. But what we found as independent benefit advisors that is really all about the customer experience. And listen to
Yeah.
this, it's not about the customer service.
Yep.
Okay, we have customer service that is provided by the insurance carrier. We provide that superb customer
Yep.
experience.
Yep.
And what I see a lot is that, and I'm guilty of that, all right? Because when you start out, you just kind of, learn as you go and you do kind of copy what other people who've been in the business been doing for a long time. But I think the focus is primarily on growth,
Yep.
more sales, get more people, more enrollments, quotas, and things like that.
Yep.
And that was one of the things that it's like, I'm not sure about that. But we were I was very like, in my mind thinking, oh my God, I have to get sales, right?
Yep.
And what he talks about in this book and what is developed in this book is it's the desperate thinking, the scarcity
Yep.
thinking. And instead of really focusing on retention and really looking at the nitty gritty and whether you're really making money or not.
Yep.
So I know this is a
Yeah.
general point that
Yep.
we're gonna be developing a little bit better. So that was one thing that really stood out for me.
Yes.
I don't know if you want me to go into the other ones right away
Well, you
or
you mentioned real briefly, kind of. It kind of shows your business as a whole. One of my points, and I want to piggyback off of that. You guys are going to buy this book, right? So let's all start. Let's all start
That's
with.
right. I got mine right here too.
Let's start at page 43, and I think this is pretty powerful, especially to all the entrepreneurs watching, and people in general looking to start their book. It talks about, and this is what really hit me and really made me reevaluate every single thing that I'm doing in my business, right?
Hmm.
So he goes on to say, when you take your profit first, your business will tell you immediately whether it can afford the expenses you're incurring. It
Yep.
will tell you whether you are streamlined enough. It will tell you whether you have the right margins. If you find that you can't pay your bills after taking your profit first, you must address all those points and make the fixes, right? So he goes on to say, taking profit first will help you figure out which of the many things you do makes money, which helped me so much.
Oh
Help, and me and
yeah.
you had that conversation. Furthermore, and which don't, right? Then the direction is obvious. You do more of what is profitable and you fix, aka dump, what is not. You will focus on what makes profits for you naturally, and you will get better and better at it. And when you get
Yes.
better at what your customers already want and like, they will like you more. All this translates into fast, healthy growth. And man,
Oh my God.
that,
I'm like so excited just to hear that all over again
yep,
because it made me think. Also, he talks about the fact that for a long time, he was treating his profit as like his leftovers.
yes,
That's
yep,
exactly what we're doing.
yep,
It's almost like when you're being busy versus being fruitful or,
yes,
or profitable.
yep,
It's like it's so common sense, but
yes,
it's like, oh my God. And when you're doing the things that you love doing that are actually flowing, you have a much better attitude. That's the reason why
yep,
we became entrepreneurs in the first
yes,
place,
yep,
right? Not
yep,
to be working 100 hours a week, being
yep,
miserable, and not even be making any money, right? It's
exactly,
insanity.
exactly,
So when you
exactly.
make these adjustments, it's like, oh my God, it's a
Yes.
whole different ball
Yep.
game.
And they're not easy. I'll tell you that for sure. Like I mentioned, me and Patty had discussed about it. There were some sacrifices that I had to cut, really looking at
Hmm.
my business in 2019. But when I looked at it, it was like I saved I probably cut $2,000 from my expenses, Patty, by
Yeah.
really looking in the mirror, guys. And you're going to be like, are you actually doing this because it's essential to your business? Or is it just kind of ego, just saying, okay, I spend X
Ooh,
amount of dollars to provide what, So,
I like what you said right there, the whole ego thing. So I could totally see in this book when he talks about that a lot of times entrepreneurs really get into this whole flashy, following the
yeah.
flashy, feeling like, oh my God, they have to have people open doors for
Yep,
them, or the nicest suit, or the
yep,
nicest car.
yep,
Thank God I've never really been into that, but I could see how sometimes even like, oh my God, I need that program for my business, or let me
yep,
upgrade my CRM,
yep.
and I'm like, do I really need that extra expense? Is that
Yes,
really working? So
yes,
that's a really good point there. I love that. And to add a little bit more here is when he talks about the fact that when you start looking at, he said that when he had less,
yeah,
he was actually more
yeah,
creative. He was more resourceful.
mhm,
He would trade. I don't know. He was just not as comfortable, and
yes,
he noticed that he was not really looking at his bank statements.
mhm.
Okay, well, been guilty of that. We just
Yes,
look,
yep,
oh, there's money in the
yep,
bank,
yep,
yay! We're doing great,
yep,
right? Oh my God, we had
yep,
10 sales this week, and
yes,
then in reality, are you keeping those clients, or
right,
as they come in, are they leaving? But anyway, so he talks about like when he was really building things from nothing. That's when he had the most fun. He had the most creativity, innovation. But then when he made all this money, then it's almost like you get comfortable and start spending. The more you
yeah,
have, like the
yeah,
like the plate
yes,
analogy, right? The
yes,
bigger the
yep.
plate, the more
What are
food
you
you will
gonna
put
eat?
on there
Yep,
and more eat.
yep.
So that was something very interesting that stood out for me too.
Yep. And then once again, this is great segue, Patty. Page 137. You remember how you
Bam.
spoke? Yeah, we had 10 clients, but did you keep your clients, right?
Yep.
So Another thing that I've really been focusing on, once again, piggybacking off of what you're saying, client experience, client retention. On page 137, he speaks about that, and it really stuck out to me. And finding you as entrepreneurs, finding the best client, your best client
Yes.
avatar, your best client, um, pretty much image, and catering to them.
It's like your avatar
Yeah,
client, your ideal client, the one you have the most fun with, the one that
yep,
gravitates with your
yep,
personality.
yep. And then he
Amazing.
speaks to that in page 137. Once again, everybody turn to your books because by now you have your book.
137. Well, you'll have it if you win it.
Exactly, exactly. So very short and simple, guys. He says, achieve greater efficiency first, then sell more, then improve efficiencies even more, then sell even more. By doing this, you will then focus on duplicating your best clients, those who have a consistent need, and in turn, you want to reduce the variety of things you do to the fewest that will best serve your clients' needs. Get rid of all the fluff, all the shiny bells and whistles as
Yep.
entrepreneurs, just to say, and only the things that specifically make that experience best
Yep.
for your clients and speak to them the best. That will give you the best return. And I love that because I'm all about, similar to you, Pat, I'm all about the experience. I want people to be like, you know what, Deontay, I absolutely love him. Anytime they talk about real estate, Deontay's name just comes out of it because of the
Yep.
experience that they had. And that really stuck out to me, really focusing on my ideal client is someone who's similar to me in regards to, they love to learn. They also love to give, if they're
Yes.
treated right.
Partners. They want to partner with
Exactly.
you. They're not
Exactly.
entitled.
Hmm.
They
Yep.
appreciate what you're doing for them, and
Exactly.
it's a breath of fresh air when
Hmm.
you find that happy medium. You
Yep.
know.
Yep. So that's what I've focused on even more, even dialing down, turning away business. And it's okay to turn
Oh
away
yeah.
that
If
business
I'm having
because,
to call you 3 or 4 times
yep.
and you need to sign up for this, and it's not my insurance,
Yeah.
like I don't need to be haunting you to
Yep.
enroll in a plan,
Right.
you know.
Right.
So
And that was key. I love that section of the book. It once again, it's another thing that poked my soul. I was like, ooh, I need to take these notes and how can I make this better and create that perfect client avatar. So what
yes.
else did you have, Patty?
Well, I mean, there's a lot to share. I mean, I have lots of notes. I think we can maybe, before our time is up, is maybe talk about the accounts. You mentioned
Oh yeah.
that was really good. For me, well, why don't you just get into the accounts, and I'm going to tell you my takeaway on this one, or at least what my thought process was.
Perfect, perfect. And guys, this is kind of the crux and the premise of
Yeah,
the book.
the mechanics
Page,
of it.
yeah, page 52. And this is what really transformed my business because what I was speaking to Patty before in real estate, you can get a big check and then not see a check for 2 months, or you keep seeing big checks. And one of the things that I struggled with was, am I saving too much? Am I investing enough in my business? What are my expenses? And what
Mm-hmm.
these 5 fundamental accounts do for you is it helps you not to even think about, what you're putting in the bank. As long as you follow the accounts, you say you get $1 million, you know exactly where everything goes, and it just streamlines everything and makes things so efficient. So the 5 fundamental accounts that Prophet First mentions is income number one, profit number two, owner's comp number three, taxes number four, and operating expenses. Right. So as you guys read, you'll go into detail on how you break that up, percentages, and how you do that. But those are the 5 fundamental accounts that Profit First has. And it literally, no exaggeration, transformed how I do business. So,
Oh my God. Okay, so right there. So I'm going to
mhm.
tell you this, and this is something that he also talks in the
Yeah.
book. People will automatically have resistance to new or
Yes.
change.
Yes.
And I was like, oh, yeah, that's so true. But
Yep.
then when I was reading, I'm like, are you serious? I have to create these accounts in a separate bank? Like, this is ludicrous. This is crazy. I don't really need to like do this. It's not
Yeah.
practical. Like,
Yeah.
here is my grambling, like going.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you know what? I'm just gonna trust the process.
Mhm.
Let's do this. Let's
Yep.
let's let's go with it, right?
Yep.
And then realizing when everything gets exposed, right?
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
looked. I mean, we're pretty good. Like we
Yeah.
don't go crazy, but I
Yeah.
realized that I could really I could rearrange and eliminate a lot of my operating expenses.
Mhm.
And we did. We
Yep.
did. We
Yep.
actually, made a decision, just to let you know, that why are we really keeping an office right now?
Exactly. Yep. For what?
Why? I mean, it served its purpose for a very
Mhm.
long time, but it was a big kind of, it was hard to let
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
Why? I
Yep.
still can see people. I can still service people,
Yeah.
and that was right before coronavirus, by the way.
Yes.
Anyway,
Yep. 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 But those things, like you said, it exposes it and it shows you, it puts your business in a mirror and it makes you look at it. If you follow it, I love it.
so in essence, you talked about focus. We can focus on the ideal client, providing that wow experience for our clients, and developing the raving fans. I'm sure you read that
Yes.
book too.
I love
It
it.
helps you streamline,
Yeah.
and at the end, it gives you room to continue innovating and reinventing and perfecting your business.
That's why I
Absolutely
love it.
awesome.
That's why I love it. And guys, right now, pay attention. It's time
Yes.
for our giveaway, right?
Get
So
ready.
the first person who answers this question correctly, we will send you this book for free. That is right. Free.
Did you hear that right? It's free. Well, at no
Free.
cost to you, because there's nothing free in
Yes.
life, right?
For real. So listen, first person to answer this correctly in the comment section
Correctly.
below will get this
Correctly.
book for free. So the question is, what are the 5 fundamental accounts Profit First talks about? Okay, so the first one of you guys to answer this for free, first person to answer this in the comment section below will get this book for free.
There
Boom.
you go.
So,
Boom.
Patty, as we conclude, kind of what were the takeaways and how you would suggest entrepreneurs to digest this?
In general, so we chose to be entrepreneurs because all different reasons. My
Yeah.
reason was freedom, being able to manage my own time and to really make a dream out of nothing into
Yeah.
something. Okay. Entrepreneurship, yes, it's a lot of hard work.
Yeah.
It takes 120%. We are taking care. It's like putting our own oxygen mask on,
Yeah.
so we could really service our people.
Mhm.
If this is what our business looks like behind the
Yeah.
scenes, how can we really have stability to offer phenomenal service?
Yeah.
So that is, in essence, a healthy finances,
Yeah.
healthy body,
Yeah.
balanced life can provide you the ability to help people 100%.
Exactly. And that's the same thing with me in regards to the focus, efficiency. That's what that book really did for me. I love structure. I'm a structure guy. So it created even more structure because we don't learn this in college. We don't learn this
Yep.
in school. So it provided me to be able to analyze my business, you know, with no objections. It's, hey, the numbers don't lie.
Yep.
It allowed me to do that, but take actionable steps, not only to grow my business, right, but to make sure as we climb in business, right, my foundation is set. So that's why I absolutely loved the book Profit First, guys.
That's right, people. So
Definitely
make sure
so
you
good.
look at the comments, make sure you answer the question,
Yep.
and you're gonna get your book.
Boom.
What a
And
great
tune
gift.
in next month. We're going to have our other book review. Let me pull up the date real quick for you beautiful people, because once again, we coming at you guys every single month. The next book, June 9th, Fragile, Anti-Fragile. Book
Oh,
review
that's a good
by
one.
me and Patty. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. And also, by the way, we're doing this in Spanish too.
Boom. Hey.
So those people who would like to also hear this information in Spanish, the book, it's out in Spanish as well. So stay tuned, because I'm going to go ahead and do this right now with my business partner in Spanish.
Boom. Stay tuned, people. Have a great day. See y'all
Thank
soon.
you. Bye.
Peace.